these are my few tips for getting puppies to stay. I have never worked with this puppy before, but a friend had asked me for some stay tips, and this is a happy lab puppy just like hers.
Start by getting your dog into whatever position you would like them to stay in. These methods will work for increasing the length of down stays and sit stays.
Down. Good.
Before he even finishes chewing that first treat, I am coming in with another one to remind him that I would like him to stay in that position.
When he pops up, I'm going to walk towards him and lure him back into the position, but he doesn't get the treat. Yes, until he stays for a little bit. Yes, good boy. No, down. So he pops back up. I said no, lure him back down, but he doesn't get the reward. Yes, good boy. No.
Remember
down.
that just because you reward them does not mean that they are done. So if they break their stay, even during a reward, you have to correct them back into it. I lure him back in. No treat is given because he broke it without releasing.
Out helped him not pop back up. Down.
So now every time I lure him back down, I'm going to pull my hand straight out in front of him to help him stay a little bit better. Remember that this dog and I have never worked together before, so he is not sure of my expectations. So it's my job to communicate them clearly.
When I'm first teaching stays, I never recall the puppy out of the stay. I only bring the treat back to them. No, down. Luring with the treat, but not releasing it. Down. No, down.
When I'm adding distance and he pops back up, I walk quickly and directly at him. I'm also saying no immediately as his elbows leave the ground every single time.
Down. Down. No, down. Down. Yes, good boy. Good boy. No, down.
Moved a little bit when he popped up on that one, so I'm going to bring him back to exactly where he was. Bringing him back communicates with him that even if he pops back up, he doesn't get to be closer to where he wants to be.
Cat for added distraction. No, down. Down. Notice I'm also not using the word stay. Stay can mean so many different things. No, down. So I find it communicates easier to the dog if I use the command again. So down. Good boy. Down. No, down. I want to catch him while he's still staying down to reward. Yes, good boy. Down.
Because we leveled up in distractions with the cat, I am giving the treats more frequently to encourage him to stay in that down position, even with a high distraction. When you are first starting stays, your treats should be this close together to encourage the behavior.
Good boy, see? And then I use his release word when I'm ready for him to go. Sit. Down. Good boy. Down.
I'm actually really impressed with how well this puppy is doing, especially for our first session together. This footage is in real time and uncut so that you can see exactly how I work with them when I'm teaching stays.
No, down. So I waited a little too long there, so I'm going to reward quicker next time. Down.
If I notice that they're popping up at about 3 seconds, I'm going to start rewarding at 2 seconds. I am trying to beat the time of the pop-up.
If you feel like you need to repeat something, don't repeat stay. Repeat the command you want them to stay in. Down. No. Down. Down. Good boy. No. Down. Down. He gets a little excited and pops back up when I come back in to reward quickly, so I'm going to try to take a little bit less enthusiastic approach. Down.
Notice right here that I boop his nose with the hand holding the treat to encourage him to stay in that down position.
Labs especially can just be so overexcitable that I don't want him to get too excited when I'm rewarding him. No, down.
I know it was just a second delayed on that one because I was talking.
When I'm working on stays, I want the same position. So if he pops back up into a sit but doesn't move, I'm still gonna correct him back into that down. Yes, good boy. When he looks at the distraction but still chooses to stay, he gets a reward for that. Yes. When I have all of his focus and a couple seconds have gone by, reward for that too.
As your dog starts to get good, you'll want to increase the length of stay and distractions over time.
Good job.
End your session on a really successful stay with your release word.
Especially with puppies, remember to keep your training sessions super short. That whole training session was about 5 minutes long, and keep the rewards coming until they start getting really good at it and solid. That was literally the first session I have ever done with this dog training. And so I kept it short and fun, lots of treats, and then he was released on a good note.